especially higher ranks and lower ranks, go for it. Sometimes even during the military, working time. No claims has been made. Israeli military, don't sue me. Thank you. Hi, my name is Nadi. I'm from Israel, and today I will be talking about our military service. So our military service is mandatory. We need to do 2 years for the girls, 3 years for the boys. That was at least when I was there. Yeah. Basically, these days they're trying to kind of like make it equal. So they're trying to reduce it for the men and do it for 2 years and 8 months. And for the girls, they raised the time for 2 years and 4 months. I did too, unfortunately. We usually start right after high school. So some people start when they're the beginning of 18. Some people start when they're 19, but it's usually like right after high school, you usually enlist. So I worked with psychologists in the military. I was basically in charge of my unit to make sure that every single soldier will get a necessary treatment. When you're around 16, 17, they send you to this kind of training thingy. They test out your abilities. They see how smart you are. So they do like written test and they check your physical strength. Depends on your score, they're going to assign you to different roles. Also, you can apply for certain roles, but because it's the military, there is a big chance you're not gonna get it. But you can pray, which is good. Specifically for me, it's quite of an interesting story, I guess, because usually they don't lie when it comes to like the role that you're gonna get, but they kind of lied about what I was supposed to do. They told me and another, I think it was 7 girls, that we're going to be a certain role. By the time that I was enlisted and did all my trainings, everything was fine. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do this cool role. I'm kind of liking it, great. And then the last day of our training, they brought us like a paper with the place that we need to go to. And then I saw that the role had a different name. So I was like, aha, that's interesting. What the hell is that? Great. So I wanted to see a psychologist because I was like, I'm not going anywhere until I see somebody, until I'm talking to somebody. There was like an opening position in their place. So they were like, you want to come here? I'm like, yep, sign me the hell up. So this is how I got to like work with psychologists. My military service was very interesting. I would call it like that because I've seen many weird people. For example, there was one guy that wanted to get a psychology kind of like evaluation. So the first time he came with a teddy bear, like an actual teddy bear. He treated this teddy bear as his best friend. Like he couldn't leave without it. He couldn't go anywhere without it. So, the psychologist just went with it. For a few meetings, it was fine. And then at some point, he got his teddy bear, actually threw it out of the window. And when the psychologist asked him like, okay, why did you do that? He basically said, oh yeah, my teddy bear just got out to get me some cigarettes. He's gonna come back soon. And that was the point that he was released from the military. Yeah. Basically, yes and no. Because usually they take this kind of picture either in the military base, because we can actually take the gun with us no matter where we go. People just usually pose with the gun, It's cool, it's hot, why not? And they usually just post it on Instagram or like social media or whatever. Oh yeah, they're actually there. These girls actually serve. And yeah, if you want to come check it out, come to Israel. Yeah, you can watch them on the street. You can see them everywhere, basically. So yeah. Most of the bases are men and women. They serve together. Like the sexual part is not that common, to be honest, because people are afraid to get caught. Usually the punishment for it is jail time, and people don't want to go to jail because usually when you go to jail, your military time, like the time that you serve, stops, and then you actually need to do it again. For example, you're in jail for 2 months, you have to do 2 months more than your actual serving time. So people usually don't do that. I heard, cannot confirm allegedly, that some people, especially higher ranks and lower ranks, again allegedly, kind of, go for it. Sometimes, even during the military, working time. Obviously, it's illegal and you can't get caught, but some people go for it and, you do you. Yeah, love is love. But once again, I heard about it. No claims has been made. Israeli military, don't sue me. Thank you. So basically in Israel, the reason you can see so many people like on the street with guns is that we're usually not allowed to leave our weapons. It's against like the military law, I call it like that. So if you leave your weapon somewhere, you can actually go to jail. What usually people do is they either take it home, and especially like on your training days, this is like so important. Always, always, always be with your weapon. So you basically sleep with it and you shower with it. You want to poop, you poop with it. You're not allowed to leave it by itself at any part. Usually when we go to sleep, we have to sleep with the weapon. So I used to strap the strap around my wrist because I was so scared that somebody will take my weapon. And the thing is, the commanders usually check. They come at night, sometimes they sneak in and try to steal the weapon. And if they actually succeed with stealing the weapon, you can go to jail. So everybody's so afraid of their life. Some people sleep with it under the mattress. Some people just hug. I just hugged it. It was my friend. Fun time. I had so much fun. I used to take my weapon home. In some bases, they let you take it home. In some bases, you have to give it back before you go out. But because going out is so common, there's so many roles that you can actually either go outside or sleep at your house. They usually give us the weapons instead of just bringing it back, taking it, bringing it back, taking it. They're just, giving it to us. I don't know if people know it, but in Israel, there's so many terror attacks. So usually you can see a lot of soldiers with the gun in case something like this happens, in case there's any incident or any attack. On our training days, they usually teach us how to shoot a gun. So every 6 months, you have to kind of like rewind it and do more lessons. And there's a test. So yeah, so basically all Israeli girls know how to shoot a gun. So Israel, the way the medical system works, inside each military base, you have its own doctors. One time, I felt like I didn't really felt bad, but I just wanted to go home. I needed a break. I trained my body to kind of think that I'm sick. So when I went and sat at the doctor's office, I was like, I'm sick, I'm mentally sick, I'm so sick. The second I went inside, I took a trash can and I actually puked. And this is the reason why I got actually 3 days of resting at my house. I mean, if you can dream it, you can do it. Anything is possible. In my opinion, I think both boys and girls should probably serve. Specifically for Korea, I can't say 100% because if this specific system is not ready to actually integrate girls inside, then there's no point in actually bringing them. But I do think that it has a lot of benefits in terms of mentality, and if something actually happened, you have like the basic skill of protecting yourself and protecting your country, and I think it's very important. I do believe that the Korean military service is a little bit extreme because most of the bases you can't really go outside and you need to stay in the same spot every single day. It's something that is probably so mentally draining, for me at least, and I know for some people in the Israeli military, you can actually sleep at your house. So even if you go and you do your job, you can still have this kind of a moment of, okay, I'm resting. I'm doing my thing. I can come back tomorrow. I'll do my best. And here is something that it's kind of impossible in a way. Not many people can do that. So I do wish there kind of like ease on the soldiers a little bit because it's too extreme in my opinion. So for all the men that are serving now in the military service, and also the women, there are some women there, the most important thing is to know that this specific time will be over at some point. You just need to hold it as much as you can and cheer up, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. For me, at least, I learned so many things during this time. I grow mentally, I grow physically. I met so many great people that are now like friends for life. This is a type of an experience that you can get like once in a lifetime, and most of countries don't even serve. You do have some sort of leverage, and you have some sort of a good experience that can help you so much in the future. So I really hope that you guys can be happy and stay healthy and fighting! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really liked this video, and I hope you can like and share